Hello everyone. I'm going to go through a brief recording to show you how to put your simulations live in the MobLab if they're not live yet, and how to run the preview, and just to give you a little idea of what the simulations look like. So I'm in the Mind tab now. I went onto the Module 2, Comparative Advantage. It will open up. This is not exactly what you will see. You will see the list of simulations, but this is the master class, so it's not, I'm not teaching Echo 201. So before you run your simulation, you want to make sure you do a preview of it. And before you do the preview, you can read the instructions or you can go through the guide. The guide is only for the faculty, for the instructors, so the students do not see it. It gives you a description of the game and what the objectives of the game is. You get some instructions and you can access what the results look like. So if you have already run the game, if you cannot access your preview to get the results, you can copy this image, copy the image, save this image, and use this to share with the students. It's not going to be a specific game run in this course, but it's a good example of what the graph looks like, and they can discuss it. There's also one production and trade graph, so there's all the graphs are in the guide. I would also encourage you to tell the students to read the instructions. If you click on instructions, there is a video instruction and there's a PowerPoint template. The PowerPoint template I've already shared with some of you, and it has screenshots step by step on how to run the simulation. You can also click here on the trade and see the difference between the simulation with the trade options and without the trade options. So there's a lot of details. There is the video instructions for students that need more interactive. There's the PowerPoint template. I don't think the students have clicked on the instructions before starting the simulation, but this is it. The simulation can only be run one time by each student. It cannot be reset because it would reset it for the whole class, because the point of the simulation would be to have cumulative results when everybody has played it, if we want to gather those results at the end of the course. So if you're ready to do your preview, you've been through the guide, you've been through the instructions, you can hit preview. When you do the preview, you see what the students are going to do during the game. So this is their first screen. You continue. And now here is your per minute production. In per minute, they can produce 8 fries and 4 burgers. And they can make 60 combos. Now this game here is without trade, so you're just going to try and maximize your production. So they left it to 15 minutes. You can change it if you want to and just see what happens when you change the time on it. So if I do 16 minutes, I can actually bring up my combos. If I do, I can bring up to 68 combos, 72. So if I change the times, I can get more combos produced in this instant. Let's just say I'm going to stop here at 76. I will prepare them, and my round is over. Now, a lot of students have sent this screenshot to instructors saying their round is over. I can end the game, and I can view my results. I can view my production decisions and my consumption decisions. I can save them on my desktop or somewhere. You can also just select round 1, so you get a little bit of a different, there was no trade in this simulation, so it's just, and it's going to give you a table of the decisions made. So there's the orange and the blue because you're playing with the computer. You can close that and you're done. Now once you've done the preview, you want to run the game. So to run the game, you would hit Run Game, and you're going to get this window. It just says Begin, And now you're running. Now you're at the finish. You have the finish button. You do not want to press that finish button. Every time you open the simulation, this is what you see. You can still access the guide and the instructions. And down here, you will start seeing the students popping up. So you'll have participants that should generate and group. In the group, there'll be one group per student. So if you have 20 students that are playing, you will get 20 groups. And there'll be 2 participants per group because it's the student playing against the computer. And this is all it is. Do not click the finish button here because if you do, the simulation will not be live and not be accessible to the students. Do not click practice and play it because that might affect the accessibility to the simulation. At this point, close it and don't touch it anymore. And that's all.